For a detailed account of this, stay tuned.
Actually, this is a big table and an aggravation show that is sustainable agriculture for you, our farmer, for you, our viewer, just to maintain that act of farming in your home, in your area, in your region, and the entire nation of Kenya or outside Kenya. That is sustainable agriculture. And under sustainable agriculture, as you have seen, it has got different field, it has got different views, and it has got different approaches. And under these approaches, there is that maintenance of soil fertility, maintenance of your production, and maintenance of your health from the soil up to production case. This is aggravation show under Kibu TV, but as by now, after the short break, we are going to discuss the challenges that farmers face to maintain this sustainable agriculture, how they use different methods so that they achieve, and which are the barriers in adopting this practice. From our visitor, that is from Nakuru, which are the key barriers in adopting this sustainable agriculture in Kenya and from your region specifically?
Okay, thank you very much. One of the barrier is we can say the aspect of education. Some of the farmers are not educated, and hence embracing the new knowledge, it becomes an issue. And so you find that when you approach a farmer and then you tell them about the upcoming sustainable agriculture, so that we can provide even the future generation to have the same needs, they are not embracing so because their level of education is still low. So what I can advise the society is that they embrace the new knowledge and they be ready to learn with the new innovations that are coming up. Yeah.
And Kelvin, the FAO, that is the Foundation for Agriculture organization in Africa, has advised that agriculture is the key backbone of production in export and in import. How is education addressing the issue of food security in Kenya and the western part of Kenya?
Okay, thank you. Remember, education is the basis. So through education, most farmers are getting in touch to a lot of information concerning agriculture. For example, I have a friend who tells me that his occupation, his course of study was mainly in ICT, but he tells me he's majorly utilizing the ICT information, the ICT equipment to get his market, to get access to his agricultural products. So you realize that through education, most people are getting the knowledge of how to utilize the modern equipments and other facilities to enhance their productions. Yeah.
And when we speak about using the ICT, that is IoT in general, how are farmers involving themselves, or how is this education addressing the challenge of community engagement, so that each and every member of the society, where they come from, involve and do practice sustainable agriculture?
Okay, back at home in our villages, in our societies, majorly there are different people. Those with majorly depends on, they are trying to organize people in different groups, whereby they are taught different activities in sustainable agriculture to enhance the effective production. So through such groups, these members are getting most of information that it is mainly being implemented in their farm, and immediately after implementing, you realize there are positive outcomes from that.
Yeah. And visitor from Nakuru, you say that you reside around Kibabi University. Is there any successful program that is addressing sustainable agriculture in Kibabi University, or as a faculty of science in the field of agricultural extension and education? Is there any program that is addressing this sustainable agriculture, or it is this aggregation show that is finding solution to what aggregation or sustainable agriculture?
Okay. Around the community, we can say that farmers are being taught about maybe such that vertical farming around Kibabi community. And here in Kibabi University, we as the learners, we are being taught about the benefits of the sustainability in agriculture, and also we are practicing it in the farm. Yes.
Then, as you say that you are practicing it in the farm, remember, youths are the key pillar of agriculture. That is in their production, in terms of providing labor, in terms of harvesting. In every act of agriculture, youths are involved. Then how are youths and women being a challenge to sustainable agriculture? That's good.
Okay, most youths and women are being a challenge in sustainable agriculture because you realize, especially youths, they have high expectations they set high expectations in agriculture, of which it's difficult for them to achieve. So if they set high expectations, you find that they have a challenge to achieve such expectations, and if they fail, they are normally demoralized, which is majorly frustrating them and demotivating them to take part in sustainable agricultural practices.
But when you speak about demoralization, how are you as extension officers involving yourself in consumer awareness so that this morality of not producing that is maximum or minimum is destroyed properly?
Okay, to enhance the total destruction of such negative influence, we are I realize most of the extension officers within the communities, they are trying to get the different facilities to ensure these youths are majorly motivated by taking part in exportation of their products, and also they are spreading the key consideration, the information for these youths to get, so that they are at least positively encouraged to avoid being demoralized in such activities.
And remember, youths being part of agriculture will at least achieve that is maximum production in food security, in addressing the issue of food security in Kenya or in different parts and regions of Kenya. And when we speak about awareness, how is it a challenge to sustainable agriculture?
Awareness can be a challenge to sustainable agriculture because remember, we are working with we need to have different methods to spread this communication, and you find that different facilities for spreading such information, most of them are expensive to acquire. So if such equipments are expensive to acquire, you find that farmers are getting limited information to which can act as a source. They have limited accessibility to such equipment, which can help them to access such information in agriculture. Yes.
This is Agrivision Show coming to you live from Kibo TV, and in our studio we have different guests in the field of agriculture, that is extension officers from Kibabi University. These are students who are actively involving themselves in agricultural production. Here we not only give you insight but also provide you advantages of practicing agricultural production in every time you involve in farming activities. And reading the comments from our different viewers, from that is Brian Otieno from Kisumu, saying that the show is late and it is giving us a detailed insight. Ibrahim Manu from Kakamega County is saying that actually sustainable agriculture is the pillar of everything in the field of agriculture. Daniel Nyongesa, also from Bungoma County, that is your member, is saying that sustainable agriculture actually is what builds farmers together and is what farmers are using so that they have low cost of production and achieve high production rate. And Andrew Abuela from Trans Nzoia County is saying that agricultural sustainability is a key pillar in Trans Nzoia County, and that is why they have a high production rate of cabbage production and also tomatoes. And what are the key challenges in producing tomatoes, as Andrew says, from Trans Nzoia, and cabbages? Our visitor from Nakuru is a pillar of producing only tomatoes. How are farmers relating these challenges, or how are they addressing this sustainable agriculture so that they have a high quality product that is tomatoes?
Yeah, thank you very much. Looking at the sustainability of agriculture, we are not using the chemical pesticides and what. One of the challenges that face tomato, we can say the pest and the diseases. So using the sustainable development practices, we have the biological produced pesticides, like from the neem plant and from a plant that we call Lantana camara, that we can use to control the aphids and the pests, and caterpillars. Thank you very much.
When we see that the Lantana camara, that is a plant which normally is in every compound of a farmer, actually it is a plant of very, very big benefit, not only to farmers but also to those medicine specialists. That is why it can be used to at least avoid some pest on the crop. Remember, Agrivision Show normally gives you insight in every type of production, that is from Kibu TV. Sustainable agriculture has affected everything in production. When we speak of sustainable agriculture, we are focusing on today, also focusing on tomorrow, but refocusing on what happened yesterday. This is Agrivision Show under Kibu TV. Me, your host, Martin Mohwana. But when it comes to technology being a challenge to farmers, especially small-scale farmers, can AI as a student be used in converting this knowledge from the institution or different types of institution or extension officers? Can AI be incorporated to that small-scale farmer so that he or she achieve sustainable agriculture in his or her production? Coming from that is the cost, market demand, and how effective it is to the farmer. AI technology in sustainable agriculture.
Yes, remember, there are key considerations. The most farmers are working to ensure at least they have that enough. They produce what is enough. So if AI is incorporated in farming, you realize that there are a lot of advantages that these farmers will earn. So if they consider such advantages, the numerous advantages, so farmers, they gain that motive of getting in touch of such AI. So if it is incorporated, then actually it is of more advantageous to farmers.
Small-scale farmers can use AI, as it has been proved by Kelvin, that is an extension officer or an extension officer from Kibabi University. And from the view of Nakuru County, how can the Internet of Things improve productivity in the field of agriculture, but from the angle of sustainable agriculture?
Internet? How can internet improve? productivity.
Yeah.
So when you look at the internet, that is where most of the information is disseminated. And so when farmers are updated with what is updated in the internet, they are able to do the sustainable development because they are up to date with the new innovations. Yeah.
That is a clear outcome of what internet or the benefit of the internet to small-scale farmers. This agrivision show normally focuses on you, small-scale farmer, so that you achieve what is required. As Kelvin said, that you achieve what is enough for you, not for the community, but for you and your family. This is Agrivision show coming to you live from Kibo TV. This is a growing show, but with huge participants. That is why agriculture is the pillar of everything in the society, in the region, in Kenya, and the world at large. Agrivision show will provide for you everything, and under its association with agriculture extension officers and those who provide education so far, extension students will give you what they have learned so that you provide or you produce what is required and what is enough for you, our viewer. Then Kevin,
Yes.
as you sum up this program or this show at this time, what can you tell our farmers?
Okay, my word of encouragement to farmers, I can just mainly encourage them to tell them that they mainly depend on sustainable farming practices, because such practices they help in environmental conservation and also helps in they help in environmental conservation, basically in soil health and other activities. So I encourage them mainly to engage in such practices because they are of more importance.
Then to that member who always refuse community engagement programs, what can you tell him or her?
To such a member, I must first try to influence him so that he is also interested in such activities. So to help him also get such an interest, I will encourage someone closer to him, basically a friend, who is mainly venturing in such activities, to approach him so that he can explain to him the impacts, the importance of such practices, and if he gets to understand, of course he will implement the activities. Yes.
A friend in need is a friend who will provide for you everything that you need so that you achieve what is enough for you and for tomorrow and today. And when we speak about sustainable agriculture, as we say that diversifying everything that you have is key. This program, Agrivision Show, will give you a diversified extension officers, that is, as we've seen today, one from Nakuru and another one from Bungoma, is what we aim at this program. But as from Nakuru, which are the methods being used as a diversity in ensuring that natural methods of farming are being incorporated so that quality and healthy products are sold to consumers?
Okay, thank you very much. We have extension officers that are found in the counties, and also agriculture experts whose work is to disseminate the information to the farmers and also to teach them on how they are supposed to carry out various agricultural practices and to notify them on the markets. Yeah.
Then when it comes to information dissemination,
Yes.
how can that farmer, small-scale farmer in the village, get information on climate resilient crops so that he or she achieves sustainable agriculture, as with the program aims to give an insight in that sustainable agriculture field? How is that farmer able to get the information under climate resilient crops so that he or she avoids the application of artificial fertilizer, but only organic farming or organic fertilizers are being applied?
Okay, one of the ways they should do, they should follow, they should be in contact with the internet where the information is being placed. And also we have small farmer schools that are being held by agriculture experts. Through those schools, they are being taught about the climate change, how they are supposed to come to which crops they are supposed to plant, and how they are supposed to handle all the agricultural produce that they are producing in their farms. Yeah.
And with the current economic scramble that is Kenyan government extending their production cost in farmers or in farming, fertilizers are high, the cost of production, the cost of seeds. How can you advise that small scale farmer or any youth or any woman who is aiming at practicing farming, but looking at the economic scale, he or she says that the production or the condition cannot allow me to venture into agricultural production?
Okay, everything that you're supposed to do in agriculture, you have it at hand. Because if it is the use of fertilizer, in sustainable agriculture, we are not using the inorganic fertilizers, we are using the organic one, which we are getting it from the green manure, that is the plants that you plant in the field, or from the compost manure, which are the kitchen refuse, like the dry leaves, cabbage, and everything that is of kitchen refuse at your place. You are using it as fertilizer. So producing anything in agriculture, it has become simple by using the sustainable development in agriculture.
And remember, she said that getting in contact with every agricultural extension officer will provide you with a detail or an insight or expert analysis of what you should do at what time and on which season, so that sustainable agriculture is achieved. Remember, this is AgriVision Show coming to you live from Kibu TV. We aim at educating you in the field of agriculture, giving you insight, and each topic of consideration will be broadcasted to you according to your request, as the other part requested that we discuss on sustainable agriculture. Your request will be valid as we discuss more in the next episode. This is AgriVision Show under Kibu TV. And remember, AgriVision Show is also a link to you, our small scale farmer. But for the sake of that small scale farmer who wants to get in touch to you, Kelvin, individually,
Yes.
how can they find you?
Of course, I'm everywhere. Yes, I'm always flexible. On Facebook, I'm active. On YouTube, I'm active. On TikTok, and even on Instagram.
Under which account?
It's just Kelvin Nyongesa.
Kelvin
Nyongesa.
Nyongesa.
Yes.
Search Kelvin Nyongesa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and you'll get in touch to him so that each and every question under sustainable agriculture will be answered properly, so that you get what is required and what you want to achieve. And at the end, just greet your members from Nakuru, then give us how they can find you. That is from, for example, Kisumu. How can a farmer get in touch to you on social media platform, your account, and which topics will you be discussing, so that in case the farmer gets in touch to you, he knows or she knows that this is what I'm going to ask him.
My fellow farmers from Nakuru, I greet you. You can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Ruth Kabiru, and any question that you will ask, I will answer. Yes.
You say that Ruth?
Kabiru.
Ruth?
Ruth Kabiru.
Get that name or that account as you have had, Ruth Kabiru. Get in touch to her and he will give you an insight on what you should do so that you maintain your soil. And so when you maintain your soil, remember it is also your health. This is Agrivision Show coming to you at Kibu TV, and this is a collaboration with Kibabi University Agricultural Student, that is CASA, so that every insight under the field of agriculture will be broadcasted to you, and every request that you are a farmer, you are a small scale farmer, or you are a large scale farmer, that any request you make on this show, we shall come to you, discuss, break it down, give you the challenges and the solution. This is Agrivision Show in our collaboration with agriculture student from Kibabi University. My name is Martin Mwana. Bye bye.